Operation Allied Harmony. As the sun set on 2002, Macedonia remained a country walking a tightrope. Ethnic tensions had subsided, but they hadn't disappeared. Armed conflict had ended, the weapons had been collected, and international monitors were in place. Yet the peace was fragile, sustained less by deep reconciliation and more by a delicate political agreement brokered under international pressure. NATO's previous operations, Essential Harvest and Amber Fox, had calmed the storm, but the region still needed a steadying hand. Enter Operation Allied Harmony. Launched in December 2002, Operation Allied Harmony was NATO's transitional peace support mission in the Republic of Macedonia. Its primary role was to continue protecting international monitors, primarily from the OSCE and the European Union, who were overseeing the implementation of the Ohrid Framework Agreement. These monitors weren't just observers. They were the lifeline connecting Macedonia's ethnic communities to a roadmap for peace. Ensuring their security was non-negotiable, and NATO took up the task with quiet determination. Unlike previous operations, Allied Harmony was more restrained in scale. It involved roughly 400 to 700 NATO troops, mostly from European member states. They weren't there to engage in combat or police the streets. They were there as guardians of stability. Their presence, symbolic and strategic, reminded all parties that the world was still watching, and that any slide back into violence would be met with swift international condemnation and intervention. The troops operated in high-risk areas, including Kosovo and other ethnically mixed regions where tensions could still flare with little warning. They conducted regular patrols, facilitated communication between factions, and served as neutral peacekeepers in areas where old scars had yet to heal. More than soldiers, they were mediators, visible reminders that Macedonia's fragile peace was supported by the collective will of NATO. Operation Allied Harmony also had another purpose: to prepare for the transition of security responsibilities to the European Union. For NATO, this was a test of coordination. It was the first time the alliance would pass the baton to an EU-led military mission, a move that required unprecedented cooperation, planning, and trust. The operation was not just about managing Macedonia. It was about shaping the future of European-led security efforts. By April 2003, NATO handed over its responsibilities to the European Union-led Operation Concordia, marking a milestone in Euro-Atlantic security cooperation. The transition was smooth and symbolic. NATO had stabilized the country just enough to allow Europe to step in, deepening its role in regional peacekeeping. Operation Allied Harmony didn't involve dramatic battles or high-profile headlines, but its success lay in its quiet effectiveness. It demonstrated NATO's ability to adapt to post-conflict realities, to operate with a light footprint, and to support long-term peace not through overwhelming force, but through presence, patience, and partnership. In the broader story of NATO, Allied Harmony is a reminder that strength isn't always about the size of the deployment or the weight of the weapons. Sometimes, it's about showing up, day after day, patrol after patrol, to stand between chaos and calm. In Macedonia, NATO did just that.